about this video, you guys. I have been thinking about doing this video since season 1 of the Bold Type, and I just kind of never got around to it, but I decided I was going to buckle down and get this video done, and I am so happy with how it turned out. So hello everyone, if you're new to my channel, my name is Parker, and today we're going to be doing an episode of a show I'm calling Parks and Crafts because it sounds like arts and crafts. But if you guys follow me on social media, you know that I am the biggest fan of the Bold Type ever. It is such an incredible show. If you're here, you probably know what the show is, but if you don't, it is about 3 girls who work at a magazine, sort of like Cosmopolitan, and it's just about their lives and about being 20-somethings in New York City and working in media, and it is an incredible show. I love it so much. It has so many important topics. It is just like what it's actually like to be 25 years old, and that is what I love the most about it. And it's about a bunch of boss-ass women. It is just about strong women, strong female friendships, and kicking butt in the workplace. So today, what I thought I would do for this DIY video was kind of some desk/room decor that you could use to help keep you inspired throughout your creative or like career journey. So I'm so excited with how these turned out. We have a catch-all box, which is inspired by the key art of the show, which I think is just amazing. So I wanted to do something that was inspired by the kind of look and feel of season 2, but again, isn't overtly the Bold Type. But I have this little catch-all box you could use for makeup brushes, for really anything. And then I took that same pattern onto a picture frame that you could put on your desk at work. You could put a picture of you and your best friends in it, kind of like the Bold Type. Or this is another DIY I did, these little character quote prints, which you could put in a frame, use as a phone background, whatever. And then my favorite of the DIYs, it is the Scarlet magazine notebooks. So I'm obsessed with these because look how cool, like this looks like an actual magazine that you would find on a newsstand, but it is Scarlet. So I have these images here, and then also my prints will be available on my Twitter when this video goes up. I will link it down below so that you can print these and do your own DIYs. And then of course we have the spiral notebook that just says Scarlet, which is inspired by the ones that they carry on the show. I've seen folders and stuff in the background, so I thought I would recreate a really simple one, but I love these and I am going to be showing you how I did them. So if you guys want to see how I made these DIYs, go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, so our first project is going to be the catch-all box, and for this you're going to need just a white box of some sort, and then the assorted paint colors that really go with the key art that I'm going to show you in a minute. I really wanted to do something inspired by the show, and this piece of art just really inspired me to do something that isn't so like overtly Bold Type, but still has the flavor of the second season art. So what I'm doing now is kind of just stenciling out where I want to have the different patchwork pieces. And the cool thing about this is that you can totally do whatever you want because it's kind of random and it doesn't have a like real true pattern to it. So what I'm doing is using the tape to kind of just tape off and get a straight edge on this top corner. It does take a couple of layers to get this opaque on this particular box, but just, you know, whatever you're using and whatever paint you're using will determine how much you need to do this. So I'm just going in really and kind of doing the black pieces first. There wasn't really a reason to this other than that's just how I ended up doing it. But I ended up actually freehanding a lot of this because using the tape while it's helpful can be really tedious. So even though it's not perfect, it's okay because it honestly makes the process go by quite a bit faster. And I figured that out because I actually did a test on that piece of box you can see in the corner. So now I'm going in and using the ruler, obviously waiting for this to dry as best I can. As you can see, there's a little black dot there that, you know, escaped from underneath the tape. And basically all I'm going to do is just make sure that that particular square is filled in with black. So you can see, you can't even tell that I messed it up. So again, I'm just freehanding this. It honestly is a lot easier and it'll make you pull your hair out a lot less. So I'm just going in with a really fine detailed brush and doing the checkerboard boxes. Now I'm doing a stripe of a different size, kind of like the key art, and just kind of mixing it up as far as the pattern goes, and trying not to put two things that are similar completely next to each other. But now I am going in and doing the bigger checkerboard, so that's another thing, is to kind of alternate the sizing of the pattern that you're using so that you can tell that, you know, it's kind of a patchwork and not just a repetition of patterns. So I changed up the size a little bit on this one, and went in then now with our colors. So I'm using colors that I, you know, as closely as possible matched to the key art, but then I'm going in and adding in texture with my detailer brush, and then just kind of adding in the colors where I can. Some of these colors weren't extremely great quality. As you can tell, this pink is kind of a little bit chunky, but I did my best and just went in and kind of added the colors wherever I felt they needed to go. I kind of stuck with like one color at a time and then placed it where it needed to go rather than going back and forth. This was just a little bit easier since I already had the pink in my hand. I went ahead and did it. And then I'm adding in the neon yellow in just like a little patch because it's not super prominent on there, and adding that in. And then that is the box done. I went ahead and painted the sides just a solid color. I had intended on doing the full pattern, but it was a little bit much, but this is the box. And now moving on to the picture frame, we're going to keep the same idea, except for the picture frame, because of its kind of odd shape and it would make things a little bit more difficult, I decided to go with a like stripe method instead. So I'm using the same kind of patterns and colors, but I'm just doing them in a stripe pattern rather than like a patchwork, because it was a whole lot easier and the paint went on a lot better on this wooden surface. I just got this picture frame at Michael's for about $3, and yeah, this is super simple. All of these DIYs are super easy, like I said, and this is the finished product. And now for maybe my favorite DIY in this entire video, we are going to be making two Scarlet notebooks. The first one we're going to be making is the basically magazine in notebook form, which I'm so excited about. I was so excited when I came up with this idea. So I just got the cover that they actually tweeted, so I'm going to leave a link down below to where you can get both of these photos as well as the prints that I'm going to be making later. I'm going to actually put them on my Twitter so you guys can get them, but I just printed it on 8x10 glossy photo paper, and then I'm literally just hot gluing it to the front of this notebook. This notebook I got at Target. It ironically says "Be Bold" on the top of it, but I just wanted one that had a kind of rounded or squared spine that didn't have the spirals, and then because I wanted it to look the most like a magazine, and in order to do that I also decided to basically add an advertisement on the back cover, kind of like you see on normal magazines, and I thought it'd be kind of funny to do an ad for the bold type on our Scarlet magazine notebook. But this is so ridiculously easy. You just have to trim it down to size, and then you have a really cool magazine notebook. And if you thought the last one was easy, you are in for a treat, because this one is ridiculously easy. I just got a kind of corally red notebook from Target, and then I literally got some stickers that were silver. I initially was going to go for white, but they were out of them, but I'm actually glad I ended up with these silver, because how simple is this? And it kind of resembles some stuff they use in the actual show. So that is the notebooks completed. They look great together, but they're both, you know, a little bit different, and I love them. Another super easy DIY, I just made these character quote prints using canva.com. So this is not sponsored, this is just what I use, but I would love to be sponsored. So I just went into the A4 size, and they actually have templates that you can use for text. So I found this one that I liked, which was this graphic design, which I thought was kind of similar to the show's font, and I really liked the minimalist feel of this. So I just deleted the text I didn't need, I threw it in the center, and then literally just put in the quote of whatever I wanted. So I'm going to do "Unleash Holy Hell" for this one, just as an example. And then I put who said it at the bottom, but since I already did that, I just decided to put what episode it was from. So I did that and then turned it Scarlet Hot Pink. And I'm actually just going to save this as a JPEG. The automatic one is a PDF, but I'm going to do JPEG because it makes it a little bit easier to print it as like a photo. So I'm just going to take those, drop them into my photos on my MacBook, and then I'm going to select them all at the same time so that we can print them 4 to a page in 4x6. And so literally all you have to do, just print them out. My printer was running out of ink, so they look a little bit navy, but I'm just gonna pop one of these in my frame, but you can do literally anything with these. They can be phone backgrounds like I showed in the intro. They can just be taped up on your mirror. You can literally do whatever you want to with them, but I just threw it into this frame since we had just made it. And that is the print completed. And that is all of the DIYs for this video. I had so much fun making this video, so I hope you guys really enjoyed it, and I will see you in the outro. So that is everything that I made for this video. I had so much fun making this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. I would love to do more of these kind of things. It would be so much fun. But I hope that these DIYs help inspire you to keep kicking ass in your career and working hard in school or whatever it is that you're doing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've said that like 80 times, but I really had fun making it, which I've also said 80 times. Okay, next. Be sure to leave a comment down below about which of the girls you are. I would say that I am probably a mix between Sutton and Jane, but I'm probably more of a Jane. But hopefully one day I'll be a Jacqueline. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to share it with the bold type on Twitter and share it with your friends. So I'm gonna go now, but in the meantime, my name is Parker. This is Stories in the Dust, and I really hope you'll stick around a while. Bye guys.